Humans weren't always wearing clothes.
For a huge part of early human history, people probably wore almost nothing at all.
No jackets. No shoes. No closets full of outfits for different weather or moods. Just skin, sunlight, dirt, wind, and the outside world.
And honestly, that sounds completely strange to modern humans today.
So why did humans suddenly decide clothes were necessary? At some point, humans started wrapping themselves in animal skins just to survive. And those first clothes were probably awful.
Heavy animal hides likely smelled terrible most of the time.
But humans kept wearing them anyway. Because clothing slowly became one of the most important survival tools humans ever created. Eventually, humans stopped feeling normal without clothes completely. But that wasn't always true. Early humans evolved mostly in warm African environments. Humans also lost much of their thick body hair long ago. Scientists still debate why humans became less hairy than many animals. Sweating helped humans stay cool while moving long distances. Thick fur actually becomes a problem in extreme heat. Humans became surprisingly good at handling heat. For a long time, humans probably wore very little. Clothing simply wasn't essential yet. But eventually, humans started leaving warmer environments behind. Humans migrated into colder, dangerous regions. And suddenly, bare skin became a serious survival problem. The human body struggled against freezing temperatures without protection. Humans needed something between themselves and the cold world.
Too cold. Must find shelter. Almost there. Finally safe.
Ancient humans probably used animal hides long before fabric existed.
Humans discovered fur trapped warmth surprisingly well.
Fur protected humans while moving into colder regions. But turning animal skin into clothing was extremely difficult. Fresh hides rot fast. Wet fur becomes heavy and uncomfortable. Untreated skin stiffens quickly and becomes useless. Humans spent enormous amounts of time preparing hides.
Some prehistoric tools may have been used for clothing preparation.
Humans likely stitched hides together using bone needles. Making one outfit probably took ridiculous effort.
Ancient humans didn't own giant wardrobes full of clothes.
Most people probably owned very little. Some humans may have worn the same skins constantly. Ancient clothes probably absorbed smoke, sweat, mud, rainwater, and animal oils almost every single day outdoors. Humans spent most of life outside, so clothing stayed exposed to weather and dirt nearly all the time. Washing clothes wasn't simple back then, because modern cleaning technology obviously didn't exist yet. There were no giant closets filled with clean replacement outfits waiting safely indoors every week. Cleaning animal hides probably took serious effort, and drying them likely took an extremely long time. Wet clothing may have become dangerous because freezing water steals body heat surprisingly fast outdoors. Ancient humans probably repaired clothes constantly because replacing them required enormous amounts of difficult work. Tears, holes, and worn fur probably stayed visible on clothing for incredibly long periods of time. Clothing wasn't about looking fashionable or expressing personality the way modern humans think today. It was about surviving another freezing, dangerous winter outdoors, surrounded by harsh environments, constantly. Some ancient outfits probably smelled terrible enough for modern humans to barely tolerate today, honestly. But prehistoric humans were likely used to much stronger natural smells throughout ordinary life anyway. Smoke alone probably covered nearly everything humans owned most of the time historically. Ancient life wasn't clean, comfortable, or fashionable by modern standards at all. But those rough, ugly clothes may have helped humans survive environments that once seemed impossible. Today, humans often treat clothing like fashion, identity, personality, or social status throughout ordinary life. Ancient humans probably viewed clothing very differently from the way modern humans see it today. Early clothes protected humans against cold wind, insects, rough environments, and dangerous weather conditions. Clothing helped humans survive places the naked human body struggled to survive comfortably for long.
Some scientists believe clothing may have helped humans migrate successfully into much colder regions.
Humans didn't suddenly become stronger than nature during prehistoric survival. Humans adapted using tools instead, and clothing became one of those important survival tools. Animal skins allowed humans to survive freezing environments the body alone struggled to handle. At some point, clothing completely changed, where humans could safely live around the planet. Eventually, humans born into colder regions simply grew up seeing clothes as normal everyday behavior. People slowly stopped thinking about clothing as an invention and accepted it as part of being human. But humans once lived very differently for enormous stretches of early human history. For a very long time, clothing probably barely existed at all in warmer ancient environments. And honestly, modern humans almost never stop to think about how strange that really is. Humans today feel completely normal wearing layers of clothing almost every single day. Today, humans wear clothes constantly, without really thinking about why clothing became necessary historically. But clothing may have helped humans survive some of the harshest environments early people ever faced. Ancient clothes were heavy, uncomfortable, dirty, difficult to make, and probably smelled unbelievably strange. Yet humans kept improving clothing generation after generation throughout enormous stretches of prehistoric history. Eventually, humans invented weaving, fabric, shoes, and entirely new ways of surviving cold environments. Modern fashion may ultimately trace back to simple survival during dangerous prehistoric winters outdoors. A winter jacket today may trace its history back thousands of years to animal hides drying outdoors. Prehistoric humans probably never imagined giant stores filled with endless clothing choices would someday exist. For most of history, clothing wasn't disposable because every piece required enormous effort to create. Every animal hide represented work, warmth, protection, and another chance to survive harsh weather outdoors. Humans completely transformed clothing over time as civilization slowly became more advanced. But clothing also transformed where humans could live and how civilization itself eventually developed.
Without clothing, huge parts of the planet may have remained nearly impossible for humans to survive.
At some point, one simple animal hide may have changed the future of humanity forever. And somewhere deep in human history, clothing quietly helped humans conquer the world.